Okay, what have we here? Oh, we got Way of the Squirrel. They have Militia. Those two are not all too pretty together. We got Raise for Thinning, Fishing Village for Villages, and then Ronin plus Artificer looks like a decently good interaction. The villages limit how much you could do a little bit, because there's only one stack of them, so you probably want as many fishing villages as you can. I think those are the three main cards. Or I guess four main cards. Artificer, Raise, Fishing Village, Ronin. What do I want here? Double Raise, Tracker Raise. Mick doesn't have the choice because his pouch was in the $3 hand. I think I like surely at least one raise. Do I like two raises? Yes, I think I like two raises. I really want to kill the estates. Less important to kill the coppers, but I can always play the raises as Way of the Squirrel. Alright, this turn should get me to 5. Mick says Ronin first. Is that correct? Probably so. The Artificer is not great until you have the Ronin. Do I want a tracker? I suppose that's better than Raise at this point. Probably. Not 100% on that. So I did have the nicer first shuffle. I got the extra Raise. So I should probably be slightly ahead on thinning here. Mick is still player 1 though, so I'm still in the position of he buys Ronin, I buy Ronin. He presumably buys Artificer here, and then I follow suit. I don't think I'm quite caught up yet. That's a great boon to get. Whoa. Interesting. He just wants all the fishing villages. Maybe this is my chance to catch up then. It's 8 money. I'm going to play this the normal way and take a Artificer and a Militia. Militia is not be great with Ronin around, but it punishes you for trying to play with Way of the Squirrel here. So I'd like to at least have a Militia in the deck to shut those ideas down. I am behind on fishing villages. I don't think there's any way. Well, I guess if Mick gets lucky off of the boons, he doesn't. It would be pretty nasty if he could take 3 of them here. He could take 2, and that would be annoying. I would lose the split. But that would set him behind in other regards than Artificer. I won't be super surprised to see him take an extra fishing village if he wants, but yeah, I think Artificer is probably more important. Yeah, Mick takes a Militia as well. Great boon to get. Absolutely lovely boon. Sure, I'll take a fishing village now. And I don't think I top deck it. I just want to maximize my chance of finding the Artificer. There it is. And I discard copper, raise, take a fishing village, play a fishing village. I have 1, 5, 7, 8, 9 money. Not quite as good as 10 money, but still sounds pretty good. Never mind, 10 didn't make any difference. All I needed to hit was 8 here for Artificer plus. In fact, all this was a mistake. I was forgetting that I wanted to buy the last fishing village. I should have not discarded the raise. I should have played it as Way of the Squirrel. I'm not going to bother undoing because the difference is fairly marginal. I'm going to get Militia anyway, and then Mick is going to play Ronin anyway. But strictly speaking, I should have played that raise as Way the Squirrel because I don't need the money. And then I'd have a slightly better starting hand. I'm choosing to discard. Yeah, this hand is perfectly fine. So I think now I am quite well suited to win the game. I got the majority of the fishing villages, which should allow me to do more of the Artificer plus Ronin spinning. And then I think that deck is probably not great at getting to provinces, actually, because Ronin only ever draws you up to 7. So you'd have to play additional draw cards if you wanted to gain province off of Artificer. But it should be really good at getting the distant lands. Sky's Gift could be good in this kingdom, but I don't think it makes sense for Mick at this particular point in time. Yeah. You need to have another Ronin. You know, I'm thinking about Gatekeeper. On the one hand, it could be kind of obnoxious whenever you're trying to gain and play stuff. Like, imagine Mick needs to gain a Ronin and play it. On the other hand, it's occurring to me, Mick has a tracker, and if I gain a Gatekeeper, he could always just play his tracker first, and then use tracker's top. Oh, wait a second. Huh. It's not quite. So, normally tracker counters Gatekeeper, because when you have two different effects moving cards in different places, you get to choose the order. And so Mick could choose to resolve the tracker effect, top decking his own card before Gatekeeper tries to exile it. But Tracker, I'm pretty sure, couldn't actually save cards he gains off of Artificer mid-turn from being exiled, because they're gained straight to the top of your deck. So Tracker wouldn't actually be moving the card at all. So the normal reason Tracker dodges Gatekeeper wouldn't apply. We'll see. I like the idea of getting a Gatekeeper in play this turn and stopping Mick from doing fun things with Artificer. But he definitely wants to gain a second Ronin here. And he doesn't have a second Ronin yet. And presumably he's going to gain it off of the Artificer. And then if it goes straight to the exile, I imagine he would be somewhat upset by that. So here I gain me 1, 2, 3. I actually would rather not draw this Artificer, because I want to discard a bunch and then play the Ronin. I think I'm going to pitch it. Right? I've got raises to search, so the odds that I fail to find my second Artificer again are pretty dang low. This just gets me more total draw. I'll pop a raise, no big deal. There we go. So, how badly do I want to play a Gatekeeper this turn? I don't think I have quite enough to make it practical here. Like, I could play Artificer, discard whatever the new card is, plus Fishing Village, Copper, Couch, pop the raise, draw the Gatekeeper, and play it. But that's just sacrificing a lot relative to just gaining a Ronin. We'll see, but maybe next turn we'll hit Mick with a Gatekeeper attack. Bottom card is a pouch. Sure would love a plus card here. Nope. Well, Rays, you were nice while you lasted. This is probably just double province. Right? I think so. It's not easy to gain provinces off of the Artificer Ronin stuff, so I'd rather be buying them. And then I can gain other stuff I need mid-turn. Militia attack here is actually going to be quite friendly, so I hope Mick plays it. I like to get these coppers out of my hand. Second Ronin, yep. All right, yeah, going for distant lands. Thank you very much. Get those coppers out of my hand. Like I said, I think Militia's not actually going to be very good here. I think you just have to have one in your deck in case your opponent tries to do a bunch of stuff with the way of the squirrel, so that you can shut that down. Okay. My dream is to play a gatekeeper. Not a bad boon to get. I hope this upsets Mick somehow. I think it should hurt. Okay. What am I gaining here? Maybe just one more artificer? I'll buy a province and another Ronin. Yeah, let's top deck the province. Either make hit to me with the militia, in which case I'm happy to discard it, or I'll pitch it with the artificer. Either way, don't mind a junk card being on top of the deck here. I probably could have taken an additional province, but I would be a little worried that Mint could do 3 provinces somehow. Buy 2 provinces and then gain 1 of Artificer. You need to get up to 8 cards in hand somehow, but I don't know, like maybe his Will-O-Wisp connects and that gets into an 8th card or something. And then he pitches all 8, gains a province, draws back up with Ronin, buys 2 provinces. I think leaving it at 4 seems fairly safe. That's one way to get around Gatekeeper. Just gain a card that's not an action or a treasure. When you think about it, Gatekeeper is really self-defense, because if I didn't take that, he could be playing a Gatekeeper this turn. But now that I've played a Gatekeeper, he can't gain and play a Gatekeeper here. I think I have a little bit more trouble doing triple province than Mick does, but I wouldn't rule it out. I only have the 2 buys, so to hit 3 provinces, I need to get my hand up to 8 somehow. That would probably look like gaining a tragic hero here mid-turn and playing that, then drawing a big hand, discarding it, and buying 2 provinces. Okay, so Mick doubts my ability to hit triple province. See if I can't prove that wrong. His distant lands is on the wrong mat. It has to be on the tavern mat, Mick. I am worrisomely low on fishing villages here, actually. They're apparently all hiding on the bottom. This could pose a problem, couldn't it? I need to play more villages. Where are my villages? Man, how many total artificers do I have? Okay, so I think I've got 4 total artificers. Trouble is, I don't want to blow through all my artificers just cantripping them to find the fishing villages. Maybe I pitch these and take a raise to help me search. It is a fishing village. Okay. Maybe I should do 1 fewer of those. Let me think about this. So I play Artificer now, I pitch 5 cards, I play Ronin, I find my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my last fishing village. I think I do it in this order. Oh, you know what? Tragic Hero also says plus buy on it. I was just doing this to get a big hand for Artificer. But maybe the end goal of this really is just buy all the provinces outright. Let's see. Yes, I think... Oh, annoyingly, I might have to count a little bit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I could leave one more card in my hand, I could just leave 2 coppers and buy the last province, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can only leave 1 card left. It would be 15. So then, backup option would be discard everything but the Ronin and play it. Do I have 2 more coppers left down there? What are those bottom 4 cards? I would top deck a province. I would have 1 more province down there, I'm pretty sure. What's just 1 copper? I'm pretty sure there's 2 coppers down there. This is just a guaranteed win. Watch me be wrong. I'm also going to get 2 additional cards off the top and could draw back around to the coppers or the pouch or the gold. But I believe there's 2 coppers here. Okay. A little bit of help there with the better opening split, I think. But I'm going to attribute that primarily to the gatekeeper.